Sorry, Dickey joins us this morning. I hadn't seen that, but essentially my sense of a knuckleball is like that, but then you corrected me in what way?
Well, you know, you got the grip right. If that's the horseshoe of the baseball, just take my fingernails and dig them in right
into
behind,
there.
yeah, right behind the horseshoe.
Tell everybody what it is that a knuckleball does before we figure out how you found it.
Well, if a conventional pitcher uses spin to manipulate the break of a ball, a knuckleballer is trained to take spin completely off, so that the break is very chaotic and unpredictable. And that's, a good knuckleball has about 0 to a half revolution from the time it leaves your hand to the time it gets to the plate.
And that can be bad news for hitters.
Yep, and if you throw a bad one, it's bad news for me.
And who taught you how to do a knuckleball?
You know, I learned from my grandfather very early on and just played with it as I came up, but I was always a hard thrower, so I really didn't need it. And as I got older, if I wanted to keep chasing the dream of being a big league player, I had to come up with a weapon I could use, and this was my ticket.
Why didn't you give up early?
Faith, you know, hope. A lot of people who loved me well.
35 years old, sent back to the minors. 35, when many players are ending their career.
With 3 kids, you know, and trying to figure out how I'm going to take care of my family. And you're making, you know, between $1,800 and $2,500 a month in the minor leagues, just the months that you play.
And did you become a different player when you went down to the minors? I mean, did you somehow begin to use this more? Or did you simply have a circumstance of a perfect storm enabling you to
No, it was a real organic
game?
thing. Yeah, that's a great question. It's a real organic thing. You know, I started in 2006, and as I grew as a human being, I also grew as a pitcher and was able to throw this thing with some consistency, and that's what you have to have as a knuckleballer. You got to be able to throw it for strikes.
Can you imagine being sent back to the majors and then you come back and you're the Cy Young Award winner?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible. Some people said you have an angry knuckleball. What does that mean?
Well, I think Phil Necro kind of coined that, and he's a long-time knuckleball great. And I think that just has to do with the velocity in which I throw it. A regular knuckleball's thrown at 65 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour at the height. Right. I throw mine between 75 and 80.
Wow.
So the break is a little more violent.
What happens with most pitchers when they lose it and they begin to sort of lose a little bit of speed off the fastball and they begin to get hit more, then their career's over? But knuckleballs last longer.
Right.
Yeah, you know, it's a little bit less stress on your body. You're operating at about 60 or 70% capacity all the time instead of, as a conventional pitcher, you're full go every pitch for 120 pitches. So it's less wear and tear on your body, which enables you to prolong your career a little bit.
Are you going to stay with the Mets?
I sure hope so. Unfortunately, that may not be up to me.
Let's talk about what you're doing for kids, because you were an English literature major in college and you're going up to charter school, the Dream Charter School in Harlem, and you're delivering what to them? Yeah,
well, this is, I'm here for one purpose, and that's for a literacy program that Capital One and Heart of America Foundation have teamed up. They've been teaming up for about 10 years now, and we're giving out books. We're going to give out over 1,000 books today at the Harlem School, and they've been responsible for over 1 million books distributed over the course of their relationship together. So this is a fantastic initiative. I'm glad to be a part of.
Why is that so important to you?
Well, because I think it teaches things that you can only learn through books. You know, we live in a culture that's fast-paced. You get internet, you want information, you get it right now. Well, books teach us patience. They teach us all kinds of things like that.
And what does mountain climbing teach you?
Well, mountain climbing
Mount Kilimanjaro, by the way.
I haven't gone up Mount Kilimanjaro last year. You know, that teaches you patience too. But, you know, just trying to do things that are bigger than yourself. I mean, that's my hope.
Yeah, incredible.
Did you ever lose the belief that you would have this thrill of being where you are, this possibility?
Well, I think that's one of the things, ironically, books teach you, is to have a big imagination. So, you know, I always believed that and had the hope that I could do it.
What are you reading now?
Presently, I'm reading a book by a Russian author called The Master and the Margarita. So I'm engaged in that right this second.
Great to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, Dickey, thank you so much. What a pleasure.